What's good, everybody? This your boy D Money, hitting you with episode number 5 of Drip Talk. We're going to talk about the difference between industry and business in the fashion world. Wanted to give y'all a little insight because I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they think a clothing line is a clothing brand. I want to give y'all information on the two: clothing company, a clothing brand, a clothing line, and of course, the difference between the fashion industry and the fashion business. So stay tuned, make sure you like and subscribe, make sure you share with your friends and family, and keep visualizing your purpose. Stay tuned. Alright, everybody, we back. So, the difference between the industry and business of fashion is that with the fashion industry, it starts to talk about the textiles and raw materials, production of that, the production of accessories that you may buy, whether it be jewelry, fragrances, beauty products. Talks about the whole production of the industry itself, manufacturing, whether it be on a large scale or small scale. The business itself is actually the entity or person that is running a company or brand. So a lot of people, they typically get mixed up with the fact that a brand and a line is the same thing when it's not. A clothing line is whether it's a collection or collections made by a brand, or going a step further, a company. Cause see, like, for example, we got Levi's, which is a company, but they also have a brand which specifies, Levi and Strauss Court, which is where they make their denim jeans and things of that sort, the other stuff. But it's the recognition that we know of that. Like, we know Levi because of their denim jeans. That's the brand. Now, the clothes that they make, that's the product. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of people, they mix the two and make it the same, and it's not. Because see, with Dreams of Rollers, we're a clothing company. We do a lot of different things within the clothing company as well. We style people. We also, make the clothes ourselves. We also promote the product ourselves, and the commercials and things of that sort, as far as the voiceovers and things of that sort that you hear on our advertisements, it's all made by me, and it's trademarked. So that is a part of our brand. That is our brand recognition, that is our brand foundation, and our brand materials. So a lot of people, they get those things mixed up, and it's really not the same. You gotta understand the difference. And when you run the business, you gotta understand the difference for yourself, so that way you know which niche that you're trying to reach, and everything that you're trying to do as a brand as a whole, whether it be the messaging that you're trying to put out, the products that you're trying to put out. All of these things have to be concise and within the know. Because when you're actually posting this stuff on social media, you're posting this stuff on your website, it has to have a proper tagline. And if you don't know the tagline, how is the audience going to find you and even know what you're selling? So you got to keep these things in mind, and you also got to be aware of what you're putting out there. That's why a lot of people on YouTube or even in the business world are constantly trying to tell new entrepreneurs brand recognition, brand identity, and those things are so important, because when you start to market your brand, if you don't know what you're marketing, how is the customer going to buy and be even interested in your product? That's why when you're authentic about what you're doing, when it comes solely from you, it's a lot easier, because it's easier to explain yourself versus just trying to come up with an idea just to make some money. And that's where a lot of people fall off, because they're sitting there trying to make money, but not really using themselves as, I guess you could say, inspiration to create interest. So you gotta really be smart on how you do these things, man. Really be smart. But I wanted to give you this information because I know a lot of people struggle with this, with their brands. I know they struggle with the fact that, trying to build that foundation for the brand so that way when they make the product, it actually means something, it stands for something. So definitely think about who you are first. Understand the different things that make you tick, the different things that you love and enjoy, so that way you can implement that in your designs, you can implement that in your marketing, and you can implement that in how you dress just on a solely, day-to-day basis. Number 2, when you're posting on social media, that same brand imagery should be posted on your social media account. So when it comes to not just the product, but whether you be with, a group of people, your friends, or it just be at a party or event, it has to have that same culture that you want to implement in the messaging that you're producing through your products. See, a lot of people, they'll post their life and it doesn't mean anything to the brand message. And then it just becomes meaningless content, and then you wonder why nobody's liking it and you think everybody hates you. Nah, it's not everybody hates you, it just makes no sense to the message that you're putting out. 3, you definitely gotta be consistent in how you post your message, because first and foremost, you gotta think about it when you come in and starting from the beginning. Nobody knows who the hell you are or the lifestyle that you live. So you gotta constantly show your lifestyle. Why do you think rappers always quote unquote flex? Because of the simple fact they're showing you their lifestyle, so that way you can see the interesting things in their life that you may be relatable to, or you might actually have in your life. So when you think of these 3 things, make sure you know yourself, make sure that you're consistent, and make sure that your social media accounts and the platforms that you're using to promote your brand speak of the business and the messaging of your lifestyle on a consistent basis. Don't have anything that speaks otherwise, because it's simply going to put the message in vain. So make sure you have a concise plan on who you're targeting, the people that you're targeting, the message that you're trying to put out, and make sure you do the proper research in order to know the type of brand that you have and the type of brand that you want people to see. Visualize your purpose, live like royalty, and stay tuned. We got more Drip Talk to come. And make sure you check out Battle Royale Part 2, our latest collection that we have out right now. It's got multiple men and women pieces for the fall season. We got a lot of athleisure wear. Our next collection, Oddity, which is coming a couple months after the first of the year. Make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Have a whole lot more pieces. We also have a Black Friday sale from the 24th of November all the way to the 26th. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. And like I said, stay tuned for the Drip Talk and the rest of the content that we'll have on YouTube for our Unpackage series and a lot of fashion. We're also going to have a podcast for a lot of fashion coming up at the first of the year. So stay tuned for that as well. I got a couple of entrepreneurs that will be on this podcast. So definitely going to want to hear that content, hear our points of view, and hopefully gain some knowledge from what we're saying. I appreciate everybody that, continues to support.
Drip Talk, the show where you get the latest releases, discounts, giveaways, and fashion and social news from your host, D-Money. Appearing on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Make sure you visualize your purpose and live like royalty.